Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sandman. I hope that all of you are doing great. If you're new to my channel or you found this via TikTok or whatever, hi, welcome. Sorry, this is how you have to see. No, not my cat's ass. Today's another Mutterings video. If you're new to my channel or if you're not sure what those are, it's where it's a thinly veiled attempt at showing you my mug collection and also where I get to talk about whatever I want. So today's mug is my Addams Family mug. It's the original Addams Family TV show on a little TV set. And on the back, and it has little feet, little TV feet. It says most unusual. And the boire du jour is apple cinnamon tea. Nice and hot. If you're coming to this video because of Lucas Zelick, hi, my name, as you may have heard, is Raven Wormwood. That is my name. So if you're not sure why I'm making this video, I'm going to talk about meeting Lucas Zelick. I went to a comedy show with my partner last year, the year before, I think, to see Lucas Zelick, who I love. He's one of my favorite comedians. And I got on his TikTok. He did some crowd work with me and he posted it to TikTok and it exploded. I don't know what his most viewed TikTok is. However, the one with me is one of the most viewed. There is a significant jump in numbers between his other TikToks and the one where he's doing crowd work with me. And that has caused a lot of people to come to my TikTok as well. So hi. And it's crazy. It's, a TikTok video is famous when people start making a duet with it with a home improvement or 5-minute crafts projects on the side. That happened. So hi, if you're wondering who that person is, it's me. I'm the goth that he misgendered. If you're wondering why I don't look very goth today, I'm going to work, so I gotta rein it in. I'm gonna show you guys the video that he uploaded and talk a little bit about that, and also I'm gonna show you a video that I uploaded afterwards talking about my experience meeting him after the show, which was so sweet. So here those are.
Are you goth? Is that correct? What's that mean to be goth? Okay, that's a real thing? Did you have to come out? How did you know? That's the sickest goth. What's your last name? Darkness?
Wormwood.
Wormwood? Your name is Raven Wormwood? Your parents have autism? Yeah, I think so too. What's goth music? Is it metal?
No, it's metal.
Oh, okay.
It's very upbeat with a lot of synthesizer, but talking about how sad you are.
Oh, really? So it's fuck. Is she with us? Unfortunately. I'm just deciding whether to go down this wormhole. Yes.
Is it accepting of me being trans?
You know what is annoying about your mom? If she doesn't want you to be trans, why the fuck did she give you a sick trans name? My apologies, madam. Wait, what are your pronouns? Sorry. He, him. Fuck! Sorry, did I just hit you? I'm so sorry. It's stuck to my head. I'm Jewish. I'm not being authentic. I'm sorry. I just was trying to show how liberal I am. That was how liberal I am, but instead I heard a woman and I'm a feminist. What? And you're an immigrant? No! Woman! Trans goth man! This is the future we need! What's that?
So I am the person that he was talking to in that video, and I have some stories to tell you guys. First of all, go watch the whole video. It's hilarious. The entire show, including the two openers, were so funny. I had such a great time. He was really polite. He kept checking in saying, "Are you comfortable with talking about this?" And I was like, "Yep, absolutely." If you watch the whole video, you'll see that later on he brings up a tattoo that I have, or asks about it, and I mentioned that my mother is transphobic, and that's not like the least of her crimes. She has done way worse things in her life, and she's a problem. But he approaches the subject humorously and very respectfully, always asking, like, are you comfortable talking about this? Is that okay? Was that too far? Very respectful. He cut a lot of it out, obviously, for brevity's sake. But what I want to talk about is what happened after the show. After the show, he went out to take pictures and sell some of his merch, and I got to meet him. I said how much I love his show, and he said, thanks for being a great sport. And I do this thing, so I have a lucky crystal that whenever I meet somebody who really inspires me, or their work makes me happy, like if they're a comedian or a singer or an artist, I ask if they can hold it and put positive intentions into it. But I know that not everybody is into that sort of thing, so I don't word it like that. I say, can you hold it and put a nice thought or a good vibe or make a wish on it? And I think every time everybody said yes, and what everyone chooses to do each time is different. And sometimes people will make a wish on it, and usually, like, so no one's ever told me what their wish was before, but I assume that they use the wish for something that they want, for someone that they love, or something that they need, but that's just me assuming. I don't really ever know what they wish for because they don't tell me usually. So I gave it to him. I said, can you put a nice thought into it or make a wish on it? And he said, yeah, definitely. And then he also asked, is it okay if I tell you what the wish is after? And I said, yeah, that's fine. So he takes it and he gives it back, and he says, I wish that your mom accepts you for being trans. And in that moment, my heart was just so full, and I was so shocked because I expected him to use it for himself, and I don't know, I just assumed that he would, and he used it for me, and he took that opportunity. He could have wished for anything that he wanted, even for somebody in his life that he knew and wanted something for them. And in that moment, he just chose, like, hey, there's this person who's been dealt shitty cards, and even if the wish doesn't work, I'm gonna take this to let them know, like, I'm in their corner, and hopefully make them feel a little better about it. Whether or not the wish comes true, that's not important to me. It's when people do something like that to let you know that, like, not everyone is shit. And, you know, people care about this kind of thing. Like, it was so brief, but he didn't have to do that. That's what I'm stressing. So, Lucas, if you're watching this, thank you for first of all, putting on a great show, and for doing that. That was so kind. I want to first start by saying that when I talked about my mom, the whole interaction with Lucas Zelnick, I was a little, like, panicked because I was very caught off guard. I didn't know what he was gonna ask, so I just tried to answer, like, as quickly as possible. The part where he said, is she still with us? And I said, unfortunately. I don't mean that. I don't wish death upon my mom. She's a very complicated woman. She has a lot of pain, and she exerts that pain onto other people. She has a lot of problems that I'm not going to get into. That's not what this video is about. But I wish I hadn't said that. I don't wish death upon my mom. She's not a good person, but she's not, like, evil either. She's not the devil from the Bible. I was just like, how do I very quickly illustrate that she is alive and we don't have a good relationship? And that's what came out. So I do apologize about that. I wish I hadn't said that. He cut out one of the funniest things too, is like, he goes, are you goth? And I said, sure. And then he said, okay, I wanted to ask because you look like a character from South Park. And then he made a comment on my partner, who, he's a very different style from me. So he was wearing, I think he was wearing a denim jacket and, like, this floppy hat that he always wears. And he goes, like, the vibe between you two is very highly contrasting. Like, you're all, like, gloom and bats, and he's all sunshine and raisins over here. Something that he cut out, so the video also made its way to Instagram, and people that I know in real life have said that they found the video of it without looking for it. It just showed up on their feed. There have been people who comment on that video saying, like, he should have been more, like, courteous to this person or whatever. He cut it out, but he asked a bunch of times, like, are you okay talking about this? Are you comfortable talking about this? And I said yes every time. Obviously, like, that's not an interesting part of the video, and he probably cut it out for, like, brevity's sake, I imagine. So he did, like, check in and see if I was comfortable talking about it quite a few times. So it was all good. The comments on those videos are crazy. First of all, everyone commenting on my name, you guys are hilarious. I learned that Matilda or Matilda's family's last name is Wormwood. I've never seen Matilda, so I didn't know that. But apparently her and I have the same last name, I think. I still haven't seen it, so I haven't watched it. Apparently, I also learned that Raven Wormwood is a name that you can get in Wizard 101, which is crazy because I had a Wizard 101 and I didn't pick my real name. I don't remember what my name was in Wizard 101. I think it was like Calamity Myth Gem or something weird. I got a lot of people asking, is that my real name? Yes, that is my real name. That's my legal name. Oh, that's my cat. Her legal name is Felony, in case you were wondering. There were a bunch of other comments saying something like, that my name reminded them of, Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way from the My Immortal fanfic or whatever. I thought that was really funny. And in the comments, there were a lot of people saying that they're gonna use my name as their Dungeons and Dragons character name, which I think is really funny too. I also, hey, listen, don't do that. Don't be naughty. I also play Dungeons and Dragons, so I thought that was really funny. Something I will say is that everyone spelled my name wrong in the comments, which I don't blame you because it's my first name and it's spelled a way that no one spells it. It's spelled R-A-V-I-N, not R-A-V-E-N. So thanks, Mom. Her last curse unto me was to make it so that no one could ever spell my name right. So thanks, Debbie. There were a lot of comments like misgendering me and like saying like that's not a real man. So I thought that was really funny. That out of everything that went on in that video, which there was a lot, that was the thing that they were stuck on. So that was funny. On my video responding, I got a very sincere question, which I thought was very nice, which I'd like to readdress here. Somebody said, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm genuinely curious. Why do you dress so feminine and present so feminine if you identify as a man? And I'm going to address that here. That's a very respectful way to ask that. So I enjoy it. That's the easy question. And I don't present feminine every day. There are some days where I present very masculine. I have a binder, I have a packer, and there are some days where I don't wear makeup and I hide all my hair. So it's different. I like looking different every day. Also, this is the vessel. This isn't who I am. There are people in different cultures who long hair has no bearing on your femininity or masculinity. Every man in Hollywood wears makeup. It just looks natural. It just looks like they're not wearing makeup. And I've never looked at it as what I do as feminine because I grew up with all my heroes being rock stars from the 80s. Like, all my heroes, all the people I looked up to, so like David Bowie, Grace Jones, Prince, Boy George, Cyndi Lauper a little bit, they were all very androgynous, and they all like wore very outlandish clothes, and they were still regarded and respected as the gender that they identified as. So it never, like growing up, it never occurred to me that dressing this way would make people be like, aha, you're a woman. Like, because I was like, well, David Bowie looked fucking insane, and really good, and really feminine and androgynous his whole career, and people were still like, yeah, that's a man. And same thing with Grace Jones. I mean, like, not that they didn't get backlash and that they weren't made fun of or harassed because of it, but people were still like, yeah, you're still the gender that you identify as, you just you look like you're from out of this world. So I view that as the same. It's just clothes, it's just makeup, this is just powder, this is just fabric. This doesn't mean anything about my gender, you know, it's not me. This is just how I decorate the vessel. Beyond that, there were comments in the video like talking about how I'm not a real goth. Which is so funny because of why they were saying it, because he asked what is goth, and again, like I said before, I didn't know what he was gonna ask. I just answered everything as best as I could. I was caught very off guard, and I was like, I listen to goth music, and he goes, oh, that's a real thing. And people were like, aha, you're not a real goth, that's not what it means to be goth. Which, the only place in the world that there's a debate on what it means to be goth is the internet. So I just want to put that out there. That's the only place in the world where people are like really on to the semantics. I imagine that he's not looking for a video essay of what it means to be goth, so I gave him the footnotes. So the answer that I gave, I listen to goth music, that's true. That's what it means to be goth. It's not all of it. There's politics. It comes from the roots of post-punk, and like there's also like gothic literature, even though that's like a separate thing. And you know, there's a lot that goes into it. There's but he wanted like he's like, what does that mean? And I was like, okay, the easiest way, because it's a music-based subculture. That's the most important thing. It's not the only thing, and it's not the only thing that's important, but it's the most notable thing about the subculture. So that's why I said that. I think it's really odd that people were just like, that's not, no, you're not a good, like, the internet is the only place that people actually give a shit about that. It's so stupid. There was one comment I saw where somebody's like, goth music isn't all upbeat. And I replied, I said, I'm well fucking aware of that. Because he asked, like, what's goth music like? And I was like, okay, well, the goth music that I listen to is like this, so that's how I'm gonna describe it. Obviously not all goth music is upbeat. Obviously, not even all goth music has synth in it. But that's like a big amount of it. And not all goth music is sad either. But like that's a big amount of it is like upbeat, synthesizer, sad, but obviously that's not all of it, but that's a lot of it, and that's the kind that I listen to a lot, so that's how I answered. People are so, like, gotcha on the internet, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're so, like, you have to say exactly what you mean 100% of the time, and you can't think about it, you have to say it right now. It's so funny. So yeah, I thought it was hilarious. There was a lot of people like making fun of my name, and I thought that was so funny. I really love my name. I have no intentions of ever changing it. I really like my name. It's the one thing that my mom did right. Like what Lucas said is, like, if she doesn't want you being trans, why does she give you a sick trans name? Like, I really identify with my name. I'm really happy with it. If you have any questions for me, comment them down below, or follow my TikTok, comment them there. Please don't. I really don't like people talking to me on TikTok, because you guys are fucking insane on TikTok. People are so weird on TikTok. I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I've never gotten the ass backwards comments that I get on TikTok. It's insane. People are like, they open the app and they lose 80 brain cells. It's crazy. But if you do want to follow me on TikTok, I am on there, and I mostly post like art projects that I do on TikTok. Or if you want to like follow me here, or subscribe to my channel, I mostly post videos that are about tarot cards, oracle cards, things like that. I do monthly vlogs a lot of the time, and I also do makeup videos sometimes, and I do these. And but I don't do anything like set. Like I make videos about whatever I want on my YouTube, but those are mostly what I do on my YouTube, in case you're interested. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Lucas, for the 3,000 followers that that I got after commenting on your video. That was me. Thank you, Lucas, for being so cool and so respectful. Meeting him after the show, he was so sweet. And I had a great time, and I would love to go see him again if he's ever in the area, and you guys should go see him, and you guys should go follow him as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.